Do you know about the 1970 large date penny? Do you know what it's worth? Does it have varieties or errors? Have you ever heard of an atheist penny? It's a very cool error penny that you can find in your change. We'll talk about all of that right after this.
How much money do you really have in your pocket? A $204,000 penny found by a teenager. A $10,000 coin found in a Cheerios box. And an $18,000 penny found by one of our viewers. Got coins? JB Coins Inc. on YouTube. Daily videos and free giveaways. Join us today.
Hey YouTubers, this is J and B. In this video, we will talk about the 1970 large date penny. The 1970 S penny was struck at the San Francisco Mint, but it is a regular penny struck for business use, not a proof. It bears an S mint mark, but it has a regular, not glossy finish. 1970 S cents are found with either a small date or a large date. Many know about the 1960 small and large date pennies, but maybe not everyone knows about the small and large date on the 1970 pennies. Both varieties are common, but collectors like to have one of each. To tell the two varieties apart, draw an imaginary line that connects the top of the 9 and the O in the date, and another connecting the bottom of the 1 to the bottom of the 0. On the large date, the top of the 7 will be below the top line, and the tip of the 7 will also be below the lower line. On the small date, the top of the 7 appears to touch the top line and will not go below the lower line. Both varieties are readily available in mint state, though only a few have been certified at the MS67 level. We also have an explanation of that with pictures on our website, JBCOINSINC.com. You can always go there for more info. Since we cannot possibly cover everything about the small and large date 1970 S pennies in one video, in this one we will talk about the 1970 large date penny that you should know about. And we will talk about a small date 1970 S penny some other time. The small and large date applies to the 1970 pennies struck at the San Francisco Mint. The 1970 S pennies struck that year at the San Francisco Mint were produced as regular pennies struck for business use and proof pennies struck for collectors only. They bear an S mint mark, and the only difference between them is their finish. One has a regular business strike finish versus the glossy proof finish. So let's start with regular strike pennies. And here we have some exciting news to share with you. Until a year ago, the highest grade for a 1970 S regular business strike large date penny was MS67. It's worth on average about $200. But recently, not one, but 3 examples were graded MS67 Plus by PCGS. And one of the 3 this year went to auction, and it sold for $1,500. Super nice money for a coin that's not in a super high grade. So definitely check your pennies if you have any from that year, and possibly buy rolls or mint sets. The first coin in MS68 grade will be worth a lot of money, and MS68 is still not a super high grade. Now the plus after the grade simply means that it's in between grades. It's a little better than an MS67, but not quite as good as an MS68. The 1970 S large date regular strike penny has a well-known and pricey variety. It's a double die obverse, or DDO. The doubling is obvious on trust, date, liberty, and in God we trust. The diagnostics are shown in this picture, courtesy of PCGS. This variety is compared to a 1969 DDO penny. Some collectors think that it's even rarer than that one. In any event, it's a very valuable variety, and in a grade MS64 in the case of this coin, which is the latest sale at Heritage Auctions, it sold for $5,040. How cool is that? A grade that you can easily find in your change. Another coin in a grade you also can find in your change is this coin. It's the 1970 large date penny in grade MS65, and it sold at the Legend Rare auction for $11,456. There is one coin graded MS65 plus, but it never sold. And the highest grade until now is MS66, which the latest sale of this variety brought at auction $24,150. MS66 is still a grade that you can find in your change too, and in rolls of pennies, so look for them. It's a very cool variety and very, very valuable. The next well-known variety is an RPM, or repunched mint mark, also known as S over S. It's not super pricey, but it's definitely a cool one to look for. This coin in grade MS64 sold at auction for $32. And remember that MS64 is not a high grade at all by any means. Now moving on to a proof penny. The highest grade for a 1970 proof large date penny is proof 69 decam. But in grade proof 69 decam, it's still worth on average about $500, which is not a bad profit for a proof coin. Now this coin sold at Stack's Bowers for $480. So check your proof sets, everybody, and look for the first one in proof 70 grade. It would be worth a heck of a lot of money. Now, the 1970 proof large cents also have the DDO variety on them. It's not as pricey as the DDO on the regular strike 1970 DDO pennies with the regular business strike finish. What you're looking for, you can see in this picture, courtesy of PCGS. In grade proof 67, it's worth around $200. Now this coin sold at Heritage Auctions for $212. Now, the proof 67 is not a high grade for a proof coin. So obviously in a higher grade, that variety is worth much more. However, we don't have any recent sales to share with you. Nevertheless, please pay attention to this variety as well. And that's not all. Another very well-known variety on the 1970 proof penny is a large date over a small date. And speaking of the value, it's very close to the value of the 1970 proof DDO penny. In grade proof 66, this coin sold at Great Collection Auctions for $255. Again, proof 66 is a very low grade in regards to proof coins. So it's a very nice profit for this coin. And as you can see, there's a lot going on. They do have errors. Some are very valuable, like this one for example. It is a 1970 large date penny struck on a clad dime planchet. It received a proof 64 grade, and it sold at Heritage Auctions for $2,990. It's super nice money for this error penny. The next coin is kind of our favorite. It's a 1970 large date cent struck 5 times. It's broad struck 20%, 35%, 30%, and 35%. Its overall grade is MS64 red by PCGS. This super cool error sold at Heritage Auctions for $921. The next one is this 1970s large date proof penny struck on a Philippine 5 centimos planchet. It graded proof 64 by NGC. In the case of an error like this, you do need to weigh the coin. This error sold at Heritage Auctions for $632. How cool is that? And to finish off, we just want to remind you about an atheist penny error. We're all used to seeing the motto, "In God We Trust," on the Lincoln cent. It's been there from the coin's inception in 1909. But in 1970, a small number of cents from the San Francisco Mint have the words "We Trust" covered by a blob of metal. Part of the metal on one or more obverse dies had broken off, causing what is known as a cud or lump of metal to appear on that part of the coin instead of the regular imprint of the design. Because this error impaired the tribute to the Almighty, the coin was promptly dubbed the Atheist cent. It isn't a great rarity, but it's a super cool error, and depending on the grade, it's worth from a few dollars to $100, and it is findable in your ordinary pocket change. So always check your change for this and many other cool errors. And if you find them and want to sell them, you can easily sell it as a raw coin, or you can get it graded if you think it's worth it. Now, many have been sold ungraded and many graded. Quite a few have been sold at Heritage Auctions. All of the pictures of the slab coins in this video are courtesy of Heritage Auctions. Like we said, it's a very cool error. We don't have one yet, but we are still looking for it. And now we have a question for you. Did you know about this error, the Atheist cent, before watching this video? Please let us know in the comments section below. We're very curious. This is also the video where you qualify for the free giveaways during our live stream. So please answer the question we're asking you and read the info below this video. We recently did a video about valuable error pennies you can find in your change. It's linked in the upper corner of this one. And before we sign off, we would like to thank all of you who have become a member of our channel. And if you'd like to become a JBCOINSINC Coin Family member, please follow the link below this video. So we hope you liked this video and found it helpful. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe so we can create more videos for you. Also, please remember to hit the little bell and set it so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video or do a live stream. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.